Good morning, all. I am Mr. Rahul Chaudhary, working as an assistant professor at Diva Patil Institute of MCA and Management, Akurdi, Pune. This video is created for the International FDP on Environment and Sustainability. In previous video, we had discussed about introduction of mobile applications, how we can develop environment sustainable mobile applications which are very much environment friendly. And in the second video, we had discussed about implementation of environment sustainability in the mobile application development life cycle. To continue with this discussion, I had created this video. Today's video, it will give the outcomes such as student will understand the ISO and IEEE standards for environment sustainability in mobile application developments. So it is not specifically mobile application development, it is related to the software development. It is applicable to the mobile applications also. By this video, student able to improve the mobile application development process in view of environment sustainability. Also, by this, the student will inculcate tradition to develop applications which are environment friendly. So it will helpful for our future development also. So first is ISO standard 14001. ISO 14001 2015 is applicable to any organization regardless of size, type and nature, and applies to environmental aspects of its activities, products and services that the organization determine. It can either control or influence considering a life cycle perspective. So this ISO standards is applicable to any type of organization, and it will not impact on its size, its nature and its product. So it is applicable to mobile application development also. So according to these standards, we must have to implement all these standards in our organization while developing our software in the mobile application. Next, we are going to discuss about IEEE standards. IEEE standards, IEEE 1016 is applicable for software design description. This is the very important process, that is software design. Then IEEE 1074, this standard is applicable for software development life cycle. IEEE 830 is applicable for software requirement specifications, because if the requirement is accurate, then and only then we can able to develop appropriate mobile application. IEEE 1028 standard for software review and audits. If the reviews of this software is not appropriate, then it is not useful. Next is IEEE 829. It is software test documentation. While testing, it is that the very crucial step, the testing of any mobile application. IEEE 1471, it is software architecture and system architecture, which type of architecture which are using. So according to that standards we can able to use. Further drill down IEEE standards. The previous slides, those are the broader view. This is the drill down. First is SQA software quality assurance IEEE 730. Its quality according to the brand. If we say that this software is developed by the Infosys or TCS, so it makes the quality, and they are going to implement IEEE 730 standards for quality assurance. Software configuration management IEEE 820 9. Configuration. While we configure that software, we have to implement IEEE 829. Software requirement specification IEEE 830. Software verification and validation IEEE 1012. Software project management IEEE 1058. And software user documentation IEEE 1063. If we develop any software and it is not user friendly, it is no use. So we have to give one document to the user how that software is used. So this is also much more important, and IEEE provides all these standards related to our software. We are going to discuss about carbon emission while developing mobile application. In previous lecture, we had discussed the life cycle of mobile application development. So first is that application design and migration, application development and integration, testing, submitting the app to the marketplace, marketing, updates and maintenance. We already discussed all the standards related to all these steps are available in the IEEE. We must have to implement all these standards. Also, for development of this mobile application, we are going to use laptop, some different hardware, server, cloud, mobile and web services. Mobile for testing our application, we are going to use it, and web services. Now we will see, and each and every component is emit carbon while using it. In the next slide, we are going to discuss which equipment emits how much carbon. So this table explains about carbon footprint calculations about each and every equipment. So first is laptop. Generally a laptop emits 350 kg carbon dioxide per year, CO2 per year. Large servers near about 350 kg CO2 per year. Cloud 0.2 ton carbon dioxide per year. But one cloud is used by millions of person. The hardware which we are going to use, it is negligible carbon dioxide. But AC, when everybody knows that the software development or application development in premises which having the AC. So according to that, if we are using one AC of 1.5 ton, it emits 1368 kg CO2 per year. So you can able to understand the amount of CO2 emits by the AC. If we reduce that particular AC uses, we can able to reduce much more carbon footprints. So according to the survey, or according to whatever we had seen standards, carbon dioxide emissions, so these are the few points. If we use that few points for the development, we can able to develop environmentally sustainable mobile application. In that case, if we use very energy efficient laptop for our development, nowadays 5-star laptops are available, 5-star computers are available, so energy consumption by this equipment is very less, and the heat emitted by that component is also very less. If we use web services instead of creating new methods, nowadays if we develop one application for the train or for the traveling, and we are going to use the web services provided by the IRCTC website, so or IRCTC, so overheads or our code development is much more less. We just want to send very less data and we will get the appropriate data. So use of web services, it is recommended by any software community. We must have to use clouds instead of servers. So if we use cloud on the same platform, we can develop much more application, our data is safe, and the energy consumption is very less. Also the quality and service provided by the clouds is very good as compared to the server. We are going to develop application which consumes very less battery. Everybody knows that the concern about battery is at a peak. So if we develop one application or whatever the application which uses very less battery, it will definitely environment friendly application. Develop application which require minimum bandwidth. Nowadays 90% applications using internet, and if the bandwidth required for this application is more, so the performance of our application is reduced, the energy consumption is reduced, the quality of our application is enhanced, the heat emitted by our mobiles is also reduced. So also we have to develop application which runs on minimal memory. The memory consumption by our application should be minimum. So we have to consider all these aspects while developing our application, so we can able to say that our application is environmentally sustainable. Thank you very much.